And I think that shows a positive example to the next generations. I am proud of that. They are humble. They are good persons. That's
Rafael Nadal has always been a voice shaped by experience, a champion whose words carry the weight of countless battles, relentless dedication, and a lifetime devoted to tennis. When Nadal speaks about the future of the sport, people listen closely because his perspective comes from years of triumphs, struggles, and hard-earned wisdom. Recently, he expressed deep pride in one rising star from the Philippines, Alexandra Eala, and his comments quickly echoed throughout the tennis world. But Nadal's praise wasn't only about her performance on the court. It was about something far deeper: her character, her humility, and the value she brings to the game. Speaking about her victory over Coco Gauff during the 2026 edition of the Indian Wells Open, Nadal didn't simply highlight the impressive feat of defeating one of the sport's brightest young talents. Instead, he focused on what truly stood out to him: Eala's integrity, the respect she shows her opponents, and the maturity she carries despite her young age. For a champion who has seen nearly everything tennis can offer, Nadal made it clear that he is proud of Eala not only for her skill, but for the person she has become. He described her as humble and respectful, qualities he believes the sport needs now more than ever. Those words resonate strongly with anyone who has followed Eala's journey. Her win over Gauff was far from a typical celebration because the match ended when Gauff was forced to retire due to injury. Even though Eala was already in a commanding position, she refused to fully celebrate the victory and instead expressed genuine concern for her opponent's well-being, making it clear she never wants to win under those circumstances. That moment perfectly captured the sportsmanship Nadal admires in her: her empathy, her respect for the game, and her understanding that tennis is about more than just results. Even during a career-defining moment, Eala's humility stood out, something Nadal believes will carry her far in the sport. He also pointed to the influence of her family, recognizing that the values she displays on the court reflect the upbringing behind her success. Nadal noted that when someone behaves with such respect and integrity, it often comes from the guidance and support of family, a statement that adds even more meaning considering that Eala spent years developing her game within the environment of his academy. For Nadal, watching her rise is not just about seeing another talented player succeed. It is about witnessing a young athlete grow into someone who represents the very spirit of tennis.
Tennis players there, and I think they're gonna keep helping this beautiful sport to grow and to engage fans.
Another powerful example of the class shown by Alex Eala came during a match when Haley Baptiste suffered an injury. Instead of focusing on the victory, Eala immediately went to Baptiste's side, showing genuine concern for her opponent and even encouraging the crowd to applaud her as she left the court. It was a small gesture, but one that spoke volumes about Eala's character. After the match, she continued to praise Baptiste and wished her a speedy recovery, reminding everyone that sportsmanship still matters in a sport where rivalries can sometimes overshadow humanity. Moments like that have not gone unnoticed by fans. Eala's matches are quickly becoming some of the most anticipated events in tennis, and her recent appearance at the Indian Wells Open proved just how massive her growing influence is. One of her matches generated record-breaking ticket demand, pushing prices to extraordinary levels and producing an astonishing $5 million in ticket sales from a single match. That level of attention is rare, especially for such a young player, and it reflects not only her performances but also the respect she shows to fans, opponents, and the entire tennis community. For Rafael Nadal, who has watched her development closely through his academy, none of the success comes as a surprise. He recognized her hunger, humility, and competitive spirit long before the global spotlight found her, traits that reminded him of the values he carried throughout his own legendary career. Nadal has always been careful about placing pressure on young players, usually allowing their results to speak for themselves. But Eala's rise has become impossible to ignore. Now, with the world finally paying attention, Nadal has stepped forward to publicly express how proud he is of her progress and the person she has become. His endorsement carries enormous weight because it comes from one of the greatest champions the sport has ever seen, someone who understands exactly what it takes to succeed at the highest level. As the tennis world begins shifting toward a new generation, Eala is emerging as one of the faces leading that transition, with Nadal openly praising her humility, respect, and dedication. She now carries the approval of a legend whose career defined excellence for more than 2 decades. Her impact is already reaching beyond the tennis court, inspiring young players and fans who see into the values that make the sport beautiful: passion, integrity, and respect. Eala's journey is only beginning, yet it is already clear that she represents more than just a rising tennis star. She represents a new wave of athletes determined to succeed while honoring the spirit of the game. Now the question for fans is simple. What do you think about Nadal's powerful endorsement of Alex Eala, and could her rise signal a new generation of players who will redefine tennis with both talent and character? Share your thoughts and join the conversation.